her name's Jessica Barnes, okay? She was married for 8 years and had 3 kids before she divorced her husband and started dating his twin brother. So, like, the brother is now a stepdad uncle.
But they're technically genetically the same. It's
here's the thing.
so
Stepdad uncle.
That's so weird.
What's the rest of the story?
No, I just find that weird.
All right, so
But
here-
it
so-
fit right in with the last incest story,
All
kind
right,
of.
so here we go. Here we go. You guys ready for this? And what was it? 2022. Met this girl. Her name was Crystal, right? Real pretty girl. Was talking to her, and we were just talking. She was just telling me, she was like, "Yeah, I was married," and here's a funny story. You'll love it. So she was married, and she got divorced. She was like, I was 6 months pregnant with my second kid, and I fell in love with somebody else. And after the baby was born, I left him, but the baby was his. And I got divorced, and I hooked up with this other guy. I fell in love with him, and I had 2 kids with him, and I was married with him for however long, and I had 2 kids with him too. And I said, okay, so you were married twice, divorced twice, and you have 2 kids with each baby
2
daddy.
different person. Okay.
And they were real brothers.
Oh.
And I was like, you have to be kidding me. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, here we go. I was like, so did your dad walk you down the aisle with both kids? I mean, with both? She was like, yeah. And I couldn't help myself. I was like, so when you introduce, I was like, you could be like, this is my ex-husband, my new brother-in-law. This is my new husband, my ex-brother-in-law, and I just started rolling. I'm like,
So the guy had a very generic last name. It had been like Jones.
Huh?
Because if it was like Gresco, you'd been like, all right, this is weird.
yeah. But anyway,
So it had to be a very generic last name.
I started making fun of her like bad. And then she quit talking to me because of it. She told me I was
Oh,
like
really?
rude. And this is the girl that I'll never forget. She invited me over when she lived in Fairport. She was like, I made you dinner. Want to come over? And I'm like, absolutely. It's been a minute since I've had like a home cooked meal. And she made me dinosaur chicken nuggets and mac and cheese, bro.